Well, it was billed as the most anticipated presidential debate in decades. But did it live up to the hype?
Well, tonight, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump faced off in the first of a series of political confrontations before Election Day.
That's right. Both candidates took shots at one another for 90 minutes, sometimes personal attacks.
Now, KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan's here with the highlights of the event at Hofstra University in New York. Dave?
Absolutely. And, you know, with so many people watching, it will be interesting to see whether the outcome of the debate affects the polls in the next few weeks, especially in the battleground states. With the race locked into a near dead heat, the two major party presidential candidates tangled over a long list of national issues, from crime and justice to jobs and the economy, and including private emails and the birther controversies.
I have a feeling that by the end of this evening, I'm going to be blamed for everything that's ever happened.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, why not? You know, just join the debate by saying more crazy things.
The first 2016 presidential debate was a tense showdown between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. It started on the issue of creating jobs and took off from there.
We have to renegotiate our trade deals, and we have to stop these countries from stealing our companies and our jobs.
The kind of plan that Donald has put forth would be trickle-down economics all over again. In fact, it would be the most extreme version, the biggest tax cuts for the top percent of the people in this country than we've ever had. I call it trumped up trickle down.
Trump was asked by moderator Lester Holt about making his tax returns public, like every other presidential candidate in the modern era.
I will release my tax returns against my lawyer's wishes when she releases her 33,000 emails that have been deleted. As soon as she releases them, I will release my tax returns, and that's against my lawyers. They say don't do it.
Or maybe he doesn't want the American people, all of you watching tonight, to know that he's paid nothing in federal taxes, because the only years that anybody's ever seen were a couple of years when he had to turn them over to state authorities when he was trying to get a casino license, and they showed he didn't pay any federal income tax. So if he's paid zero, that means zero for troops, zero for vets, zero for schools or health.
Clinton, on the other hand, was pushed on the issue of her private server emails and the controversy over her honesty and trustworthiness.
You know, I made a mistake using a private email.
That's for sure.
And if I had to do it over again, I would obviously do it differently. But I'm not going to make any excuses. It was a mistake, and I take responsibility for that.
That was more than a mistake. That was done purposely. Okay, that was not a mistake. That was done purposely.
Then there was Trump's explanation of his continued attacks on President Obama's birthright, leading the way in the anti-Obama birther movement, which he claimed was doing the president a favor.
And the birther lie was a very hurtful one. You know, Barack Obama is a man of great dignity, and I could tell how much it bothered him and annoyed him.
First of all, I got to watch, in preparing for this, some of your debates against Barack Obama. You treated him with terrible disrespect. And I watched the way you talk now about how lovely everything is and how wonderful you are. It doesn't work that way. You were after him. You were trying to. You even sent out, or your campaign sent out, pictures of him in a certain garb, very famous pictures. I don't think you can deny that. But just last week, your campaign manager said it was true.
And finally, the clash over the spread of nuclear weapons and the questions about whether Trump has the temperament to make the final call on launching a nuclear attack.
He even said, well, you know, if there were a nuclear war in the East Asia, well, you know, that's fine. You know, have a good time, folks. And in fact, his cavalier attitude about nuclear weapons is so deeply troubling. That is the #1 threat we face in the world, and it becomes particularly threatening if terrorists ever get their hands on any nuclear material. So a man who can be provoked by a tweet should not have his fingers anywhere near the nuclear codes.
The single greatest problem the world has is nuclear armament, nuclear weapons. Not global warming like you think and your president thinks. Nuclear is the single greatest threat. Just to go down the list, we defend Japan, we defend Germany, we defend South Korea, we defend Saudi Arabia, we defend countries. They do not pay us. what they should be paying us, because we are providing tremendous service and we're losing a fortune. That's why we're losing. We lose on everything.
Now the debates come fast and furious, with 2 more presidential debates and 1 more between the vice presidential candidates. The final debate at UNLV in Las Vegas is scheduled for October 19th.